What is up, beautiful people? So this is just a quick video for 5 quick tips to be more productive in your day. Now the first one is simply list it. Now this sounds like common sense, but not a lot of people do it. For instance, if you need to script out your YouTube video, or if you need to just organize your day, or separate lists for separate different parts of your life. One to-do list for YouTube and podcast, and another one for my general life. Now this is kind of important because I have 5 different businesses and then every aspect within each of those businesses. Listing it creates an accountability that you don't have otherwise because there's so many things going on that you can't see it. So it's just a visual aid to go alongside it. I would suggest using something like a whiteboard though. It can be really helpful just because you can remove things quite easily without having to tear out sheet after sheet. I've gotten through so many different to-do lists. Honestly, some of them are a bit shit. This one I'm actually not a fan of anymore, so we'll be swapping. Now the next thing, let me check my list. The next thing is just setting reminders. Now I don't mean setting loads for the week, I mean day by day. So if you have an iPhone, it's really easy just to tell your phone to set a specific reminder that day. For example, hey Siri, set a reminder to edit YouTube video tonight at 6 p.m.
Okay, add it to today's reminders.
Simple. So I only use these for things that come up that day and then try to make sure that they are tasks that I could start at that time specifically, as opposed to just setting more things on a to-do list. And the issue is because it ends up with fucking loads. And this is how we move into point number 3, and that's just simplify. See, we like to set out everything we could possibly get done, but really some of them aren't very urgent. And the less we put down on this list, the more likely we are to get it done. That was a lot of mumbling. So if you have your daily to-do list, I suggest putting as few things on there as possible as opposed to as much as possible. And when that list is completed, then you could add a couple of things if you have time. Now the next point that goes hand in hand with this is one of my personal favorites. I can't remember where I got it from, but it's 3 wins and 3 musts. Now your 3 musts are just the thing you start the day and you're like, that has to get done today. Those 3 are vital and you have to pick 3, only 3. Now your 3 wins are things that ideally you could get done and they're great if they do, but not that you're going to be too harsh on yourself if you don't get the time. And then the last one of these points is habit stacking. Now if you haven't, this comes from the book Atomic Habits. I suggest you read it. I'm a huge fan and it's been really helpful to me for a whole host of reasons, but this one stuck with me. Habit stacking is the idea that every time you have a habit you already do, you stack another one alongside it that fits quite well. So for instance, let's say that you are already in a routine of making your bed. Please fucking teach me. Then every time you make your bed, you put the book that you might want to read on top of your pillow. Now why? It's a really simple task, but what this does, it means every time you get into bed, you have to move the book in order to get in, and the likelihood that you're going to read it each night increases. Now there's a chance you're just going to put it to one side, but we're about increasing the chances of reinforcing that habit, and as we know by now, habit is the thing that gets us to the next step. It's as doing the small thing as simple as possible, as many times as we can, as opposed to just doing something as a one-off. So for instance, this YouTube channel that I'm now starting to do, I put the tripod in the right place, I make sure that the light is always in the right place for the time being until I create the habit of recording these videos. And that's it, 5 simple steps to being more productive in your day-to-day life. If you found them helpful, do let me know and comment below. If you didn't and you have some of your own that you do like, do comment those as well. I'm trying to keep this one nice, short and sweet. And as always, please do like, share and subscribe. It's really fucking helpful. Plus it lets me know that you're actually enjoying the content. I'll speak to you beautiful people soon. Peace.